In my opinion, the safest bet you can make in crypto is into a project that aims to support other crypto projects with infrastructure. And honestly, that's probably not the sexiest way to describe an investment right now when you have meme coins absolutely blowing up, when you have everything really that's just going up right now for the most part. But bubbles, especially in areas like meme coins, they do pop. And when they do, they're going to pop catastrophically. They're going to lose 99% of their value, which is really the reason that we don't encourage meme coin investments on this channel. Like I said, we've seen it before and we're going to see it again. Okay, but in contrast, infrastructure you can hold for the entire bull market and beyond, and really any markets that follow. You're not going to make 8,000% in 30 days, okay? But you are going to be able to make more reliable and predictable gains in the long term, and you're also going to be able to sleep at night. Here now are 3 of our favorite altcoin infrastructure picks. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the very best of luck if you choose to invest, as always. Let's just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor. And so of course, by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Now, you cannot talk about infrastructure without first talking about bridges. And you can't talk about bridges, of course, without talking about the OG project of bridges, and that is Wanchain. Now, infrastructure and interoperability go hand in hand, and many projects already have good bridge access. Other projects don't have it, and they need it desperately. And that is why, for example, when we last featured Wanchain, we talked about the importance of the Cardano bridge. Cardano has kind of been like that little isolationist, separatist island nation in crypto. And that wasn't a good thing, but now it's better connected to EVM and, of course, the rest of the crypto world, thanks to the Cardano bridge. It's actually a very simple formula. Ecosystems grow when they get better bridges, and ecosystems grow when they integrate with Wanchain. Wanchain actually wants to make what chain you're operating on almost irrelevant. That is the goal behind Xflows. Xflows takes the 2 most transacted coins, USDT and USDC, and lets you trade native tokens across multiple chains. If you have native USDC on Avalanche, you can move it and get native USDC on Polygon, and lots of other EVM chains that support the 2 big stablecoins. There is also a terrific value proposition behind Wanchain because, like I said, they have the best bridges, but they also bridge the 4 most popular tokens native to them, those being Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and USDC. And then they also have their own L1 chain and a growing ecosystem of apps. Add to that the fact that Wanchain's WAN token right now is significantly undervalued in the opinion of many. Right now it sits at only 26.3 cents with a market cap just below $52 million. And that very much makes Wanchain a small cap project. And at least to me, it just sort of feels like this should be a much bigger project with a much bigger market cap just from bridging and the bridge fees they earn alone. But it's not, like I said, $51.99 million. But that is the beauty of this space. If you agree with me that this is a criminally undervalued project, then that is a good thing, and you've got a great opportunity on your hands. Listen up if you're watching this as an American, because I'm talking to you. Because we've actually found an exchange that offers you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs and without KYC? Yeah, you can. Want to trade perpetuals markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans, by the way, Canadians too? Yeah, you can also do that. The only exchange we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. And along with the great fees and almost no slippage on trade orders, you also get up to $8,698 in bonuses just for trying BYDFi. And then in addition, you also get our flagship Altcoin Buzz Alpha service totally free for 1 month. And you can check out BYDFi today by clicking the link in either the description of this video or the pinned comment below. Next up, and at number 2, we're looking here at Parsiq. If a layer 1 or layer 0 project is going to build out an ecosystem, then it needs data indexing and querying. That includes everything from simple transaction data to the more complex ability for ecosystem apps to connect with each other. Every project has to have this, and that's exactly what Parsiq provides. If you've seen some of our previous coverage of Parsiq, then you know that we often compare it to the graph. And there are a couple of reasons for this, aside of course from the fact that the graph is a bigger and better known project in this part of the infrastructure space. But the reasons are valid, and they include the fact that yes, the graph is awesome, but so is Parsiq. But more importantly, for our purposes, the graph has a market cap of $3.8 billion, whereas Parsiq and its PRQ token has a market cap of only $37.1 million. Again, we love both projects and both are expected to grow, but there's just no way that the graph is 80 times more valuable. Parsiq is going to rapidly shrink this gap as both projects grow and expand. And so Parsiq really continues to be one of the best value picks in Web3 infrastructure at these current price levels. Parsiq is just constantly innovating, and their new reactive network product is going to upend and disrupt the data sector. We covered it in more detail here in this video. Check that one out if you haven't seen it. But really, that is a terrific feature, and it only adds to Parsiq's huge growth potential. Look, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. All projects need these infrastructure tools. Yes, the graph is number one. It is the undisputed number one, but Parsiq is the rising star, the up-and-comer. Both are great. We're fans of both. We hold both, but it is obvious that the risk to return ratio is far better for Parsiq due to its relatively low market value. We are talking about nearly a 100x just to get to the graph's current market value. This channel ultimately is about seeking out good investments, finding alpha. And so there is just no argument here when it comes to the risk-return ratio for Parsiq.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
Infrastructure is not just something every project needs. With tools like indexing with Parsiq or bridges for connectivity like Wanchain, another important part of infrastructure is giving people the tools so they can create their own chains easily. And when we think about the ease of creating one's own chain, Cosmos is probably the first name that comes to mind because, of course, its SDK is the envy of everyone in the industry. But there are other great tools out there as well. For example, in a standard SDK, you have to build out your own chain in the language they choose. For Cosmos, that's Golang or the Go version. So what if you have an existing project, but maybe you've coded in Rust or Solidity or something else? Are you out of luck in that situation? Thanks to Morpheus Labs, the answer is no. Its standard BaaS, or Blockchain as a Service, is a platform that allows any firm to create its own blockchain. And so far, this platform benefits existing Web 2 projects wanting a Web 3 presence the most. And this makes sense, right? They have their own tech people and their expertise in whatever it is they do. The as a service component, like with any SaaS we use, makes creating a Web 3 version easy, fast, and perhaps most importantly, inexpensive. Because instead of spending millions of dollars to build out something with a very uncertain outcome, really for not much money at all, a business can now spin out its very own blockchain, which is great for experimenting, of course, with new apps. And businesses love it. More of these platforms for creating a blockchain are going to come out. And all the while, Morpheus will continue as the leader in this particular sector of the industry. Morpheus uses AI and also low-code tools to make spinning out those blockchains even easier and faster. And their mission is to make creating your own blockchain as easy as possible, while of course not compromising on performance or security.